Border security officials and charitable organizations are overwhelmed as a record number of asylum-seeking families continue to cross the border. Border Patrol agents say they're being forced to release hundreds of migrants into a South Texas community. Border reporter Oscar Margain has more.
You may be familiar with images like these. Migrants hopping on buses after they're released from detention. However, this is the first time they've been sheltered at the Salvation Army in McAllen, Texas. 100 cots fill this dining hall to accommodate an urgent need.
Catholic Charities is now overrun, and they cannot handle the capacity of the amount of refugees that are coming in.
This week, Catholic Charities received up to 1,000 families a day, the most since opening the respite center in 2014. The overflow has led local authorities to search for other places to shelter them, in addition to the Salvation Army, causing a higher demand for bus tickets at the central station. Honduran Elvin Sarqueta says there's just too many people. He says he and his 4-year-old daughter Kimberly spent 7 days in Border Patrol custody, twice the period of CBP standards, plus 4 days waiting at a shelter for a bus to Pennsylvania to be reunited with his wife and son. It hurts, he says, complaining about the poor conditions at the detention center and lack of resources at the shelter. Elvin and Kimberly haven't showered in 11 days.
This is truly an emergency. Our system is breaking.
In her visit to the McAllen Border Patrol Station Thursday, Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen pointed to the lack of detention space as the reason for the jump in family releases. A record 136,000 undocumented families have crossed the border since October.
There are too many folks coming in, and Congress needs to change the laws.
Congressman Vicente Gonzalez doesn't buy it.
This didn't happen overnight.
He suspects the Trump administration is looking to justify the president's national emergency declaration.
And if you start forecasting that you're going to be over capacity, you start reaching out for help way ahead of time, not make a 24-hour or 48-hour announcement that thousands of migrants are going to be released into a small community.
Border Patrol says 20% of their manpower goes to humanitarian efforts. Some argue it's policy, others complain it's the law. All the while, those working on the ground plead for help. In McAllen on the Texas-Mexico border, I'm Oscar Margain reporting.